go. That's it. Yes, there we go. Yellow, everyone. This is Tuga Tuesdays. We're back. Yes, last week I was kind of sick, not feeling well, so I gotta take a sick day, like somebody did to watch the game somewhere else. So, and I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, but he might know. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm
Welcome
doing great, Nino. How you doing?
I'm
Good to
fantastic.
have you back.
I'm fantastic. It's just it's a shame that we couldn't do the show last week. You know, the classic and all that, but it is what it is. No, it is what it is, and sometimes it's just health. Without health, we can't do anything. We just can't do anything. That's the reality. But the cool part is that the drama continues on the Primera Liga. It's just I don't know what's going on really. I think somebody wrote a script somewhere, right? You wanna make this season so dramatic. They want to compete with all the soap operas from Turkey, from Venezuela, and from Mexico, man. You know, all these telenovela thing. They got nothing. They got nothing on all the drama that's going on with the Primera Liga. Close games, dramatic comebacks, and nothing is settled. No one is above everyone else. Everything is so tight. But it's still my candidate. My candidate, I said from day one, since round one, actually, that when I saw the all the teams, and I saw Sporting playing better, right? I'm not saying that. I think this is the team that is having the less issues, right?
Yeah, right now,
they're not struggling on any single game. I did not see Sporting having a hard time beating their opponents, which is not the case with everyone else.
Right, that's fair.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about that? The current mode of Sporting. They're the leaders, undefeated. They having, of course, I checked on the schedule, and it's November and December. It's going to be. They're playing Benfica in November.
3 weeks, 3 rounds, I think, from now.
And then they go in Porto in a month later. I think it is December 12th. So exactly a month later, they're playing. Benfica and Porto. But think about Sporting, Mike.
Oh yeah, they're getting a good start. Obviously, they had a good preseason because they didn't have to worry about the preliminary rounds this year. So they got to ease into it more. They started well. I think Ruben Amorim is one of the best coaches. I mean, since he's been there, you've seen the change in that team, and like you said, they're the most comfortable right now. They're not having the same issues, the stress. I think it helps a little bit that they're in the Europa League right now because they can make changes if they need to. I'm not saying they always need to, but if they need to, they can make changes midweek and they can stay fresh for their league games. And I think both Porto and Benfica, you saw coming off a Champions League. I think that showed this past weekend a little bit. A little bit fatigued, especially having played the Clásico a week ago, and then you get Inter and Barcelona, each one with their own rival this weekend. I mean, this past midweek, it sent them into the weekend kind of low on energy a little bit before this international break. And I think whereas Sporting, even though they had a tough match, also, I think the pressure is a little bit different for them. I think they can focus more on the league, and what happens in the Europa League is almost going to be a little bit more forgiven if they stay top of the league right now. And I think, like you said, right now they've got the hottest player in the league, right? So, I mean, so that also helps. That makes a big difference when you got a guy that is doing that.
And it's just so crazy. We've been talking about Jokic since day one.
Yeah.
It's the and we also said this before, but I'm gonna say it again because it matters. It's relevant now. The way that they can live together in the same atmosphere and sharing that position, Paulinho and Jokic, and not affecting the performances one bit.
Right.
If Paulinho has to sit on the bench, he sits on the bench. If Jokic sits on the bench, He's on the bench. There's no problem. And if they got to play together, they play together.
Play together, right?
They got all three scenarios that is they're working perfect right now for Ruben Amorim.
Absolutely. And as long as they keep winning, nobody's going to have an issue with that. And neither one of them's going to mind as long as they're both playing well, both scoring goals, and they keep winning. That's everything gets fixed when you're winning. I mean, it makes everything easier to sell.
Yeah, and easy to hide too.
And easy to hide. Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
exactly.
Because I'm pretty sure that there's some flaws in there that we're not addressing right now. I really don't see that. But one thing that I did kind of threw me off a bit was in the substitutions that he made during the game. He took out Nuno Santos and what's the other kid? And did they take it at the same time? Let me see here. Yes, Quaresma.
Mm-hmm.
And Geni Cantamo entered the pitch and for Nuno Santos and Ricardo Esgaio. And it's not like they were winning, and I kind of didn't get it. I said it on air, like, I don't get these substitutions. I don't get these substitutions because it seemed like they were kind of defensive, right? They're kind of to sustain the lead or something like that. But in the end, they made sense.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, they made sense, but because it's Geni Catamo. I mean, when he goes high up on the pitch, is really dangerous. Dangerous. He had these through balls, his diagonals. He's very effective on the crosses, and he also can shoot. There's something that Ricardo Esgaio doesn't have. He's
right.
You rarely see Ricardo Esgaio. Hey, Ricardo Esgaio got 5 shots in the game. You don't see that.
No, he's more of the old-fashioned outside back. He's not really a wing back. He's a defense, like an old-fashioned traditional back versus
right. Not a wing back, but just a back, right back.
Right, it's more of a back. Yeah, they're and you know what else they're using too is the players are all wearing those monitors, and the staff is always looking at charts, and those substitutions sometimes are based on that. Especially when they played, Europa League midweek. I don't know exactly how many minutes Sporting's players played in the midweek, but they using all kinds of data when they're making these decisions too. And a lot of times fans don't quite grasp that and they get upset. But a lot of times there's the plan before the match that this guy's going to play 60 or he's going to play 70, and unless it's an absolute emergency, he's going to make that switch. And like you said, if they're winning, they're gonna err a little bit more on the conservative side and take fewer risks. But they have the depth. Everybody's got to. Players have to play. You're gonna need to call on them at some point, so you have to give them minutes to keep them sharp.
And they brought back this kid Quaresma. They sent him on a loan, and now it's back on the team. He gained some experience but still not Toño Silva. He's not at that level, right? He's not that. This is the type of player that needs development. Not
yet, at least he's not there yet.
Right. But he's good.
Yeah,
he's good. He got the timing, but like it happened last season, he got a tendency to make these mistakes that either lead to a goal or they're send them off.
Yeah,
so that's something that you need to polish to get a defender on a different level. Yeah. Do you think that they're gonna fall from the top?
A couple of weeks ago we talked about this. I said that I thought all three of the big three were going to drop very few points this season, and Rui seemed to think that Sporting were going to fall back. I'm not so sure. I'm not seeing any signs of that right now, that they're gonna fall back. Of course, injuries happen, sending offs happen, suspensions happen. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
And it only takes one bad game sometimes to really start a train of events that leads to struggles. So, but right now, I'm not seeing any evidence that they're gonna fall off and that this is going to be a 2-team race at any point soon. I think Sporting is going to stay near the top. Hopefully we don't drop any points until we meet them, because I don't think they're going to drop any points. So
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule. Let me tell you something. I think
Yeah.
I don't know what's. I said that they're my candidates for the championship to the end of the year, of the season. But what I can say right now is that I don't think that they're gonna drop from that top spot this year. When January comes, is a different. How
Yeah. So you're saying until
the
the
tournament
end of the year.
changes.
Right.
It's just stiff powers and somebody takes off and somebody goes down and we seen, but it's crazy, right? The new year enters and teams either they take off or they go down south, but they go down south bad.
Yeah. We're already hearing rumors about, about Gonçalo Inácio and João Neves in Manchester United, looking at both of them today. It's like, come on. It's
summer transfer window. Yeah. I mean,
second week of October. Like,
I know.
The window is still 3 months away and we're already hearing rumors. So yeah, that always throws a wrench into the league too, when those teams come in and start looking for players. All it takes sometimes is to lose a key player in a tight race, and it can destabilize a team completely.
Yeah, and there was I mean, we're gonna talk about this in separate, but once again the officiating, Mike, it's I'm telling you, you've been seeing, you watching your league for forever.
Yeah,
I haven't. I only I know I'm started the league for what is it, since 2019. Okay, but I think this is the worst year ever for my ever, not for your ever. But the officiating is just getting ridiculous with the calls. That was that red card to Diomande was not a red card.
No, it was not. I was watching that just before we went live too. Yeah, and
it was just a natural movement.
Yeah,
it's not his fault that Alfonso Treza is like 5'6", right? That doesn't help.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. There was no intention, and a yellow should be sufficient on that one. Even just I don't think that was even for a yellow. It's just a foul. Boom. Period. That's it.
Yeah, it didn't look like much, but and the VARs are not correcting the calls sometimes either. Sometimes they're not even calling them to look. Other times they're looking and they're sticking. At least if they go look and they stick with their decision, I can usually live with that because they've looked at it. But if they don't even look, and I don't know, it hasn't been good for a long time, but it is getting worse. They're also under more and more pressure too. It's a horrible environment to referee under. I mean, I don't know of any league where you get to Wednesday and the biggest news is the referee assignments for the weekend. And teams start right there talking about whoever their referee is. And they pull out, games he did 3 years ago. And I don't know any league that acts this way except the Portuguese league, where it's like the referees' names are household names as much as the players. We all know João Pinheiro. Yeah. We all know Artur Soares Dias. We all know Narciso, André Narciso. These names are all, natural to everybody. It's crazy.
Godinho was the other guys. There's Rui Costa too, right? Is that a
Rui Costa? Yeah, there's there's so many of them.
Incredible.
And the president of the league is an ex-referee. It's like,
yeah.
And he's got unanimous support. I don't understand. All 18 clubs are in support of the president of the league. So I don't know.
Oh man, this is crazy. Now we're going with your team now, Mike. Another week, another round where you got to struggle. It's just the struggle is like doesn't stop. Even though I think you are in better shape than Porto on that department, because at least you have the offense going, flowing. There's a system that you can recognize, and I'm glad to see again on the pitch David Neres again, getting a lot of minutes, even though he was not that influential as he was on the previous week. But
no, I think he missed having Kokshu putting balls into perfect areas for him. Like he did the week before. And it's the little things people don't always see from some players that make those stars play that much better. Yeah, it was a struggle. It was a tough game. And I mean, we all, when we saw the lineup, had our concerns about it. But again,
Yep.
the rotational players got to play sometime. And I know it's going into an international window, and some players are going to play a lot for their national teams. I'm thinking that might have factored into the decision to sit some guys. Di Maria being injured also doesn't help. He's such a focal point of the attack. And I think part of the problem is having him is making it very difficult for Roger to play his style, because now you
Right.
have this wide player who kind of goes in one direction versus going up and down a little bit. Not having a striker, not having a Gonzalo Ramos, he's really the guy we miss the most, because we can't apply that kind of pressure we did last season to win the ball in high areas. So we're winning it further back, and the other teams are just dropping into their lines. And we haven't been good at breaking that down for a long time. So we're very dependent on getting an early goal, because then they can't do that. They got to come out and play. And then our dribblers find the space when they have to come out and play. But when it goes, past 90 minutes at 0-0, that's not the type of matches we want to be in. But I thought that Estoril also played pretty well compared, considering where they are in the table. I looked at it. They've lost 6 matches, 5 of them to top 10 teams. So it might be a little deceiving where they are in the table, because it's only been 8 rounds. You haven't had a whole rotation. So they've played the top half of the table so far. So they're lower.
The bottom half of the table. That's
right. Now we're going to see what they can do. And they've had a manager change, so that also affects it. And we just played really, really slow too. That's the other thing, and I think some of that's coming off of the last couple of games. Really slow.
That surprised me a little bit. And you say that it's so the let's see, the distance on the depth chart on the front court attack for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
There is a distance. There is a distance, I should say, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you play the Di Maria, this what's the other guys? Jesus, Musa and Rafa and Neres, it's different than when you play now. Yo Mario, you play Casper.
Right, they have different skill sets. They do different things.
The level is different.
Yeah.
The quality.
The quality. And when you have a João Mario, and he didn't play very well, but he brings a difference. He holds the ball, he passes it, makes the shorter passes. He's not going to take anybody on one-on-one and break any lines. He's going to try to do it by getting the ball to one of the guys that can do that. But he usually protects, one of the defenders. That's really what he does when he's in there, is he help. But again, you got Auschwitz goes from left back to right back to just fill in for another injured back.
Right.
And a lot of people saying, why was he playing on the right? I think it's because they try to keep him protecting the back on that side, because he's more of an attack player, and Jurasek comes back into the team. And I think the thinking is Jurasek can do more of the attacking. So, but Neres likes to start wider and then you have 2 guys going into the same spaces, whereas João Mario comes into the inside right or left channel and leaves that, pure flank for the back. And I think that it's imperfect, obviously, and they're piecing things together. But when they're not playing well, it looks even worse. It's just we talked about Sporting, they're not showing their weaknesses. Nobody's exploiting them. Benfica's kind of showing them right now. It's not able to get into the high press. Too much space between the lines on the team. There's too much space between the midfielders and the lone striker. Sometimes when we use a striker, the double pivot wasn't very good. I mean, I don't know how much you can realistically expect out of Florentino and Chiquinho as your double pivot. And people are kind of, they're harsh on them, but that partnership doesn't help either of them.
Florentino played a great game.
Yeah, but that partnership doesn't help either, because
that's the point. Yeah, right.
Florentino will play much better with the João Neves or a Kokshu but you bring in the fourth choice in that position in Chiquinho. But again, he's got to play too sometimes. So you have to keep these guys sharp, because if somebody goes down, they're going to have to be thrown in.
Yeah.
You can't go from playing 0 to 90. So everybody wanted Roger to rotate the team. It's been the same criticism all year last year and this year.
And
Always
then when
the same.
he rotates the team,
He rotated the team, and everybody's upset. It's like,
because you don't see. I mean, you want to see. You want to. The problem is that you want to see changing the actors and get the same revenue for the movie, and it's not
the same. Exactly. It's not the same.
Hey guys, I got the same script, but he's no.
He can't deliver the lines the same way. It's just
no.
That's
for
football.
For a reason. Now, talking about the lines, the back line was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive, so solid, and I love that. How many chances they took in offense?
Yeah,
I mean, we got at least 3 big chances for Otamendi. At least 3.
Yeah, he's getting forward a lot this year. Yeah,
and he wants to score.
He does. Of course, he wants to score.
He wants to score bad, man. I can tell. And then of course Tonito Silva scoring. Again,
scoring the goal. I mean,
he does
right
at
the time. And then saving it basically off the line after that.
Yes.
That thing's go. I think that's going in. I don't know. I didn't see a good enough.
It's crazy. 2 headers in the same play.
Yeah, it's crazy, because that looked like it was going in, and there he was to save it.
Positioning.
That's it. That's what you practice
on my broadcast all the time. And positioning is just everything in soccer. For especially for strikers and for defenders.
It's absolutely
on those 2 ends of the pitch. You have your guys knowing where to stay. When.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
When to be there. Yeah.
When to go to the man. When to help your goalie. Like.
Yeah.
And this is crazy. Because we were talking about Quaresma earlier, and Quaresma doesn't have that yet. That awareness.
Yeah, that piece isn't there yet.
Mm-hmm. His radar doesn't scan as fast as Antonio Silva does.
Right.
That's
which is unusual for a 19-year-old to have all that as a center back.
Right? Like, he's 19.
Yeah, and if Lucas Verissimo never gets hurt last season, he's probably never getting his. Who knows? When he would have gotten his opportunity, but he got that opportunity, never gave it back.
Tom Brady, like a Tom Brady thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you Patriots fan, Mike? No.
Nah.
You won't watch NFL. I mean, you don't like.
I'll tune in. I'll tune into a game a week or so, maybe the Sunday night one. But I'm not as big a fan as other people.
Right.
I like my football. They play at the same time, so.
Yes, man. I used to go to this Irish pub in Columbus, and boy, man, that was crazy, because I was getting there early to watch Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Then after Premier League, there was coming the NFL, and then there all day long.
Yeah.
I was taking long shifts in there, man, like 12-hour shifts, and then my wallet hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. You get there early, but it was pretty cool, because they I think every Sunday, not on Saturdays. On Sundays only, they got a free breakfast at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey,
can't beat that.
Some eggs, some scrambled eggs there for you, some bacon, and you spend $500, and I got it covered, right?
Why not, right?
Yeah. So my regular patrons. Hey, Mike, your opponents, Porto.
Yeah.
What's going on with Porto? Tell me that, man.
They just keep winning. I don't know. Everyone talks about the way they play, but I just see that they keep winning. They don't give up goals either.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's that you're not convinced yet, right? You're not convinced what they can really do.
I learned a long time ago never to count them out and never to worry about those things, because I've seen them win titles, and I've seen them come back. I saw not that long ago come back from 8 points. I mean, when they were Everyone counted them for dead. Now they just keep getting it done. They've got see. Here's the difference. They're 110% behind their manager. Their fans are behind their manager. Ours, you'd think we're the team that's not the defending champion because every little decision he makes is criticized. Sergio can do anything he wants. His fan base and his team is 100% behind him, and it's a much better environment to work in. What he's dealing with up there because they have the support they have. They get the job done. They don't care what it looks like. And I really respect this about them, and it angers me because they get so many good results. They don't care what it looks like. They don't get caught up in that. They'll do whatever they have to do to get the
3 points, 3 points,
3 points, 3 points, 3 points at a time, and they're good for. I forget who said it, but no matter what, they're good for 85 points every season. It's like. You have to get more than 85 points if you want to win this league because that's where they're going to be, even if you think that they're not at the same level. But I think they're going to get better because they've brought in good players, and once they get used to each other, and once Sergio starts to trust the Ivan Jaimes, on that team.
It took him a while with Taremi, I remember.
Right,
and
right.
He was not sold on Taremi until he just took off, and you can't deny the quality of this guy that probably is the best player for Porto in the last 3 seasons. I think
so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, easily. Of course, they sold Lucho but I think he's been the best player
since he made it into the first 11. Yeah, he's been the key guy.
And he's not scoring. So all right,
not right now.
Now Evan Nielsen got a goal. He's on the sheets now.
Yeah,
I think Tony Martinez scored yet, or he did. I think
I'm not sure, but they've got a lot of options there.
But yeah, you see what I'm talking about. You see where I'm going. That the point is okay. Taremi's not scoring. Evan Nielsen scoring. Evan Nielsen not scoring. Tony Martinez scoring.
And then they still got Fran Navarro too.
The offense, Fran Navarro. And
Danny Namaso. They've got their play. They've got good players.
Plenty of weapons.
Yeah,
that they're not firing on all the cylinders yet.
No, and they're also got their questions are at the back, but again, they're not conceding. They got their third and fifth choice center back playing, and they're not conceding goals. Because Zé Pedro came from the B team. I mean, he's a 26-year-old B team player. Slots him right in. They don't concede.
And look at the minutes, the protagonism that Romario Baró is getting.
Exactly. That's another one.
Again, back-to-back starts. For Romario Baró, and I love that kid, man. I love that kid. The how dynamic he is. I mean, he's so brave. He's so brave. He doesn't care. He just goes and goes and goes. And his distribution, I think, is going to help a lot to this Porto side. But again, only 1-0.
Yeah, they're winning by a goal. Yeah, I mean.
Only 1-0. I don't know.
Have they won by more than a goal yet this season? Or they've all been by 1 goal, right? Other than the Champions League.
Every single one of them, they won by 1.
Yeah,
and they lost to you. So
that's it. And they had a tie with Oroca.
And they only conceded once. So they won every single game by 1, and they lost by 1.
Yeah, exactly. So. And they played really well against Barcelona last week. So
I saw that game.
They had. I'm never going to count them out. I'm never going to underestimate them. They're just very professional. They come and they do their job. It doesn't matter who's out, who's hurt, who's suspended. The next guy comes in and does what's asked of them. And like I said, they're 100% behind Sergio Conceição. And when the manager has that kind of support, he's confident in making decisions. He knows it's not going to destroy the locker room. And they're getting their results. say what you want about the performances. They're getting 3 points, 3 points, 3 points every week. They're not going to go away. So again, I don't think the big three. I mean, I think this year they're going to take a lot of points. There's going to be very few points dropped by the three teams in the top because it's only one spot in the Champions League, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So the pressure's even higher.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I'm talking about the big three now going into the big four. They play at home without the fabulous Hortas brothers. They were on the stands, and but I was really impressed by Roger Fernandez, man. I was really impressed. The kid entered the pitch, and he changed the game.
Yeah,
he really changed the game on the wings, and he's is he a lefty? Is he lefty?
I'm not that familiar with him. I don't know. He's kind of broken onto the scene, but
I think he's lefty. He's a lefty, and he plays as an inverted winger. So that he's in that age, usually the left is going on from the right. They're hard to stop. But you know what? When the first game, I mean the first goal, and then the way that Braga was trying to overcome this match against Rio Ave, you know what? I admired that they never lost their cool. They never lost their cool. They were so patient because you know what? Do you know how many shots they took in that game?
No, how many shots did they take?
Give me a number. I'm going to tell you. I know the number.
What, 10, 12?
30.
Okay. Yeah. Well, 30 shots. Wow.
30-9.
Yeah.
That they outshot Rio 30 shots to 9. It was just ridiculous. They were firing from every possible angle, from mid-range, from inside the box, headers, hitting the pipes, and of course the goalie was sensational for Rio. But I was like, it's gonna come. The goals are gonna come. They came really late, but they came.
Yeah. It was a Bell Ruiz, right?
In minute 91 and in 96th.
Yeah.
But they pull it off in but you notice that how much they miss Ricardo Horta. Is for me he the most influential player in the Primera Liga, because you remove every key player from Porto, from Benfica, from Sporting, and the machine keeps running. You take Ricardo Horta out of Braga, and
he's more valuable to his team than probably any other player. I think you're right about that.
And I was watching it, and every time, every now and then, the cameras were showing him when the team was missing shots, and he's like, man, I want to jump in on the pitch,
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I really, my buddy Manuel Oyola, who is the other broadcaster here on World TV, he's a big Braga fan, because in our first season, calling the Primera Liga, he got all the Braga games. Braga games.
Yeah.
He took him, and I was like, all right, that's my team,
Right.
And he told me that, okay, here we go again. We're gonna do Braga again, because sometimes even with Ricardo Horta on the pitch, there's teams that they take days off, don't they? Right?
You see it. Yeah.
What do you think of that?
They take opponents for granted, I think, and professionals among anybody should know that there's no easy games, even when you think it's going to be easy. And then there's days the passes don't come out right, the players don't receive the ball right, and then when it starts poor, some players react differently to it, and the pressure gets heavier, and the fans get on you, especially in Portugal. They get on you really quick. A few minutes in, if you're not firing, they're starting to whistle at you. So they take days off sometimes. It becomes apparent, and then it gets to a point where you try to play your way out of it, and it's hard. Nothing's coming out right. Plus, the other team's gaining confidence because they're, hey, this might be our day because these guys are off a little bit, and it makes it that much harder. But I think with Braga and their coach Artur Jorge is perfect fit for that team. Of course, he's been at that club forever. He used to play for them, but really has instilled a system and a mentality in the team. I mean, their comeback in Germany last week. How many teams can do that? Be down 2-0 in Germany and come back. Yeah, I mean,
that's a massive result.
Yeah.
Now, before I was gonna go with the disappointment of the week, but I want to ask you who surprised you for the better and on this weekend.
I think it's Braga. I mean, coming back again, that midweek game had to take everything out of them, and then to find a winner in stoppage time, and everybody's wants to count them out, and they're like, we're not out yet. It's early, and they're keeping contact with the front three. We talked about that a few weeks ago. You want to keep contact with those leaders, and they're keeping contact. And Vitória too. Vitória's got a big win now that they got their new manager, and suddenly they're in 5th place. And the rest of the season looks different to them now. And it looks like the league table's already starting to take its shape this early. About a quarter of the way through. But I'm gonna give you Chaves too. Now Chaves gets the manager bump, and I think that's where you were going, right? Because suddenly, after 3 games, everything's fine.
Yes.
That's what happens sometimes.
I am so happy, man. I'm so happy, because I like these Cinderella stories. I don't know. They got my attention, and I've been following Chaves. They were 0-5, and then they stopped losing. That was the main part, right?
Yeah, they got a top
losing here. Boom, they got the draw, and then next time we're gonna win. All right, we won one, we won another one. Boom, back to back.
Now they're like
with a hat trick.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a story now. It's the story of the Primera Liga now. The renaissance of Chaves under Moreno. I posted this on Twitter, and many people said that this is the Moreno effect, right?
Could be. He had a good effect. He did the same thing.
Really, what surprised me, it was a surprise for me that the way that he left Vitória Guimarães. Right?
Yeah, me too. Because he had a good season last year. I know they got knocked out in the Conference League, but there's the whole season ahead of you. And he wins round 1 and then steps down. So there had to be more behind the scenes that led to him leaving. But I'm surprised he took on a relegation team. I think he could have, a team in that spot. Not that they're going to stay there, but I feel like he could have hung on for a more glamorous job. Another team could have popped up, but he took this project. Obviously, he believes in it, and he's got 7 quick points since he got there. So.
Yeah, and I was gonna go now with his appointment, and it was Famalicão, man. Famalicão, I got that game, and I was so pumped because I wanted to see. We always want to see goals. We always want to see the show. Lots of offensive plays and all that. But I always appreciate a good defense. I wanted to see how this defense was performing, but 20 seconds into the game and they concede the first goal, man. 20 seconds.
Yeah,
it was just do that. What's going on here? What's going on, man? And all that. I mean, they got young talent in there, and
they do.
Richelli is the most experienced guy in there, but those kids, man, they're fast, they're accurate, they're not giving the so much space.
Right.
But I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened with Famalicão. They were not in sync. It seemed like I don't know. I think the game was too early or something because it was.
It could be those things. Sometimes those things can happen. I mean, if they're not used to it, and you wake up at a different time, or you eat at a different time. Little things like that. Sometimes you
Yeah.
underestimate the effect that can have on you, and suddenly, your body feels heavy and your energy's not where it's supposed to be. And like you said, you're down 20 seconds in. That's tough for any team to snap out of and turn around after that. So, yeah.
And they and the other side, they were opposite. What's this guy's name? Yonder Cadiz, the Venezuelan. He
Yep.
was not on the pitch, and they missed a big guy. They really
Yeah.
missed a big guy. Because he's family car. You got, it's not like you have a sexy soccer that you have
Right.
this combination. They're
Right.
more down to the business, and they didn't have that guy to take the crosses, to take the deliveries. And they suffer.
Yeah.
They suffer.
Exactly.
And playing at home too,
Yeah. Because he got sent off the week before because of a Salvador Aguirre's celebration. So it's like, they lost 2 players in that melee. So, and you can't afford to lose players when you're from Licão. You can't get sent off for foolish things. That's for sure.
My God. Now, you mentioned the details, right, about the waking up at different hours and stuff.
Yeah.
And I heard today, I was watching because the World Cup qualifiers we're playing this Thursday.
Yeah.
And we're going to Chile. Peru goes to Chile, and talking about the logistics. The team usually, once the game ends, they take the flight right away and they flew back to Lima, right?
Right.
But they're gonna do something different. They're gonna stay there. They're gonna take over. They're gonna spend the night in Santiago, Chile,
And rest. Yeah.
then they're gonna rest. They're gonna train the next day in the morning, 10
Yeah.
a.m. regular hours, and they wanna take the flight in the afternoon. All
Yeah.
rest or got all your meals, and
Yeah.
then you go back because you gotta play again on Tuesday. And
Right.
we're playing Argentina on Tuesday. So
Yeah. So it sounds like a good plan to do it that way, to not lose a night traveling that way.
and I like it. I like
Yeah.
that because there were a lot of changes in the Peruvian Soccer Federation. And got a new coach, and then you got the logistics guy, the guy that manages all the hotels and the traveling and all that for the national team. He's now part-time. I don't know why. He's not like, are you going away or no? I don't know. But the guy is kind of part-time, like a consultant now, not an actual manager. And lots of changes, and I just hope this is for the best for my national team. But my federation sucks.
I think I hear that from a lot of fans. There's not too many people happy with their federations. I mean,
it's just crazy, and I feel sorry also for Uruguay. We called that league on Gold TV.
Yeah,
and they went on strike.
Yeah,
they went on strike for 3 weeks, right? And it's just I read that, I hear. I mean, I'll do all my prep
right
for the games, and it's just amazed me that the same complaints that the players had in 1950 when they were the world champion,
they still have.
They're the same.
Yeah, that's
1950.
73 years ago.
The same issues with the Uruguayan federation. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like they don't care. They only care about themselves. That's the reality.
Yeah.
And but still, Uruguay produces magical players
for such a small population too.
So it's crazy, man. 4 million people, man.
And 4 million people, and
4 million, and they 2-time world champions, and they produce just it's insane amount of talent. You got it. We enjoy those talents here.
Of course,
in the Premier League. No?
We do.
And keep an eye on Alfonso Treza. All right, keep an eye on Alfonso Treza, because I think he's getting all the minutes, and despite not having not being a killer, he's not a killer. He's a power winger, stocky guy. He's short, right? 5'6",
Mm-hmm.
but he's 5'6" for 175. You know, those
Yeah.
granite guys, he's easy.
Yep.
It's hard to take them down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of guy. Like, he's so fast, and he's gonna bring something special for the league, I think. All right.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Remember Alfonso Tresa.
All
Oh
right.
my God, Mikey. We're gonna go now with the what is this? The predictions? Huh?
All right.
Let's go
This
with
is
the
my
predictions.
downfall every episode.
And all right, what's next? What's wait a second, we're on the wrong thing here. Next here. Oh yeah, what? I was like, what are we showing October 27th?
Yeah,
We're
that's the next, because there's a cup round in between. So we
I
have
forgot
the break
about
and then the cup, and then it's back to the league.
Right. All right, so October 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, I thought it was only 1 week, but anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Aruca Moreirense. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think on that one?
Aroca. I think
Aruca.
Yeah, I think so. They're gonna get back to winning now that they've got their, they've played 2 of the 3 big teams. They've played them both tough. I think they're gonna get some points now. Make it a race for 5th place.
I'm gonna say Aruca too. But you gotta give me score, man. You gotta give me score.
Okay, 2-0.
2-0. All right. Portimonense Estoril. In Portimao.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 2-1 to Estoril. They're gonna start winning now.
All right, I like.
Yeah, they're gonna start winning. I think they're gonna start turning it around. I like Vasco Seabra as a coach, so I'm interested to see if he can turn them around. So,
I'm gonna say 2-2 on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 2-2 on that one. Next one is you guys. Benfica versus Casapia.
And we're at home, right?
Yeah.
All right. Despite how we've been playing, and we're gonna have Real Sociedad, I think, before and after that game. I think there's only a week in between. So I'm gonna go with 2-1. No, I'm gonna go with 2-0. I think with Trubin we're safer for and the way the back 4 are playing, I think we're safe to keep a clean sheet. I'm gonna say 2-0.
It's a clean sheet, all right.
Right. I think it's time to start getting clean sheets now. Have a nice string of them.
I'm gonna say 3-1 on that one. 3-1 on that one. Victoria Guimaraes versus Chavez. Oh my! All right, I love that game. It's gonna be interesting.
Moreno goes back to Guimaraes already.
I'm telling you, I got an upset on that one. I got an upset.
I was gonna say Vitoria, but no. It's at least gonna. I'll go with the draw. It's gonna be 2-2. I think. I think it's gonna be 2-2. Yep, and Moreno's he's gonna get some from his former team here.
Yeah. I like that. All right, let's next. What do we have next? In Barcelos, Gil Vicente versus Braga. Oof.
Okay. Let's see. We're after change. Braga will win 2-1 again. It's gonna be late again, and they're gonna win 2-1.
I'm gonna say 2-2. I'm gonna say 2-2 with a late equalizer from Gil Vicente.
Oh, okay.
Late equalizer from Gil Vicente. Rio Ave versus Farense.
That's a good matchup. I'll go with the visitors on this one, Farense. They're gonna go up there and they're gonna get a surprise win here. Let's say 2-1.
I'm gonna say 3-1.
You're gonna say 3?
3-1. Yeah. I like Farense. I like it. Estrella da Amadora. How is it, Mike? Is it Estrella da Amadora or Estrella Amadora?
It's changed, I think, because they're one of those teams that folded and then were rebranded. So
yeah,
I think I think it's Well, now the original Belenenses is back, but yeah, it's. I think they're Football Club Estrella Amadora. I don't think the is there anymore. I'm not 100% sure though. I think it used to be Estrella da Amadora, and now it's just Estrella Amadora because they can't keep the same exact name.
Oh, because of the okay.
Yeah, right. It's one of those Portuguese things.
Oh, all right. What do you have? Yeah, so Estrella Madera Family Cow.
Oh, that's a tough one because I want to say Fama, but
Honestly, 1-1 on that one.
yeah, I'll go with Famalicão to go on the road and get a win since I'm sticking with road teams on this one.
There you go.
Go
I like
3-2. We'll
I
get
like
lots of goals in that one.
All right. And then Vizela versus Porto.
Uh,
I think the drama is going to continue, but it's going to continue being favoring
yeah,
Porto. Right?
I think they're actually going to get a 2-goal win this time. It's going to be 2-0 to Porto this time.
2-0.
Yeah, I think so.
I wanna stick to their famous and most repetitive scoreboard, which is 2-1.
2-1. Yeah, that's usually good.
Another 2-1. They're gonna collect so many 2-1s on this season. It's incredible, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they roped me in because it'll be 1-1. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll drop points and then they score. Whereas if it's just 2-0, I won't worry about it.
Oh my, man. So that brings us to so that gets us that all the big three, the big four actually winning, right? And
Did we get Sporting? I don't think we did Sporting yet.
oh, we didn't get Sporting at. I don't have it. It's not here.
Let me see what
wait a second. Where they at? Wait, what? 20. Oh, they're playing before. Hold on.
Are they playing early?
Where they go? 23 or after? Oh, Monday. Yeah, Monday. They're playing on
the
Monday.
Monday game?
Yeah. Boa Vista versus
that's a good
Sporting.
one. At Boa Vista?
At Boa Vista, yes. At the Dobesa Circle 21st Century Stadium.
I wish Boa Vista wasn't having the problems they're having. Like last week, they were locked out of training all week because the staff was on strike.
I saw that.
I would feel more confident if that wasn't going on, especially the way they've been playing.
I think Sporting, though.
I think Sporting still wins, yeah. 2-1.
2-1, right?
Yes.
I mean, every game is 2-1.
It's always 2-1 in this league.
We had some. The Gil Vicente one, they put 5.
Yeah, they did. We have had some.
No, they put 5 twice.
Good, yeah.
Twice, Gil Vicente.
Mm-hmm.
It was against Estoril, I think. Let me see.
And it was 5-3 to somebody this week.
5-3. I think it was Estoril. Let me see. Crap, where'd it go?
Or Casapia, maybe.
No. Wait a second. Come on. Where'd it go? Right here. No. There you go, Gil Vicente right here. Victory. Casapia 2-0 was that. And Estoril. Yeah, it was Estoril.
It was Estoril.
5-3 on Estoril.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Estoril 5-3. Yeah. Those are the most spectacular games that we had so far. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. Hey, Mike, so good luck to you guys to Seleção. You don't need it, man. That group is just.
Honestly, I'm not that interested right now. It's I don't know. I've lost so many teams. The qualifying in Europe is almost. I think the Nations League is more interesting than the qualifying now because the games are just. I don't know. They're almost less. I mean, there's only 1 or 2 good teams in each group, and that's why I love my CONMEBOL qualifiers, man. Yeah, it were it's I don't know. I don't know. I've never been this uninterested in the Seleção in a while, but it's just
really?
It's just I don't know what it is. I watched the rugby team and I'm like, ready to go.
They won.
Yeah, they won. They won one first World Cup win, and it's like, but I don't know. There's something with. I think part of the problem is there's hostility within Portuguese football from the national team and the clubs. And a lot of people are not really right now are really checked out of national teams. And whenever the team is announced, it's always about who picked the former Benfica players, the former Sporting. He's picked he picked all Sporting.
I see.
Which is why I think it's a good thing that it's a foreign manager. If it's a Portuguese manager, that's all that anyone's gonna talk about is what club he's affiliated with. So it's good to have Roberto Martinez, but in that respect, but I think part of it is the teams they're playing, the Luxembourgs, and it's hard to get excited about these games. And when the tournament comes, I'll be excited. But watching these games, and I don't want the league to stop. To be honest, it's like every 3 games it stops for 2 weeks. It's like
And then we have now. I think that sucks. It sucks for me too because I got less games to call.
Yeah, you have less games to do.
Exactly. What I was going to say, because we have FIFA international break this month and the next month.
And then again next month.
The next month. Jeez.
Yeah. It's every 4 weeks or so. It's like it's just too many international games, and that's why I'm less interested too. I feel like it used to be more spread out, and you get excited for it. Because you wouldn't see
wait for it, right?
Yeah. Now
it's just too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Anyway, my dear friend Mikey, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We're reaching the end of the show and on these Tuga Tuesdays. Hopefully, I don't know if we're gonna do it next week or not because probably you're not gonna be.
There won't be much to talk about. Yeah, there won't be much to talk about. We can, if you want. I can watch it, and if you want to do it, show I'll.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm going to be watching a lot of soccer, but
yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk during the week and see how it goes.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Thanks.
Well, thank you, guys. This is the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dino Torres. I'll see you next time on Tuga Tuesdays with my friends here. See you. Bye-bye.
See you guys.